then that was the only one for that particular month. And then the next month I have listed, again, this is around the time I was starting to start seeing the movies again. And the ones I missed were Hot Pursuit, which I don't know why I wanted to see that. It looks like a complete chick flick, but at the same time I saw the other one with Sandra Bullock and Melissa McCarthy, and that one was somewhat interesting, so I was thinking maybe this one would be along that same lines, but never got to see it, so I don't know. Then after that was Mad Max Fury Road, which I had every opportunity to see, but I avoided seeing, simply because, despite what you may think about the man, Mad Max is Mel Gibson. So to not have Mel Gibson playing the lead role in a Mad Max film, I had no interest in seeing it. And anyone who says he's too old, go watch Expendables 3. He's clearly not too old to still play an action part. Also, Fury Road is something they've been talking about as a sequel since back when they made Beyond Thunderdome. This was always a sequel in the works. I don't know why it took so long to make. And then the fact that they finally make it and it doesn't have Mel Gibson, even though he was at the premiere, which was weird. But yeah, so I kind of boycotted this one intentionally. But at the same time, someone pointed out a possible theory to me that this Max is actually the kid from the other movie who takes on the name of Max, who was his hero. And it's kind of him living up to the expectations of what Mad Max was. So if that's the case, I could probably get into it and understand why Mad Max himself, Mel Gibson, wasn't in it. But at the same time, it's kind of a stretch. But I'll probably get around to seeing it eventually. I just didn't see it in theaters strictly out of spite. And the last one for this section, for whatever month this is, was Tomorrowland. And this was around the time that I was just getting back into seeing movies. My finances had straightened out. And the day I actually went to see Tomorrowland was the day they actually pulled it from the theater. I was planning on seeing it the night before that, and then something came up, and I was like, okay, well, I'll go see it first thing tomorrow morning because I'm off work. And I got to the theater because it still had a listing listed. Got there, it wasn't on the marquee, and they're like, oh, we pulled that today. So that was around the time I got back into seeing movies. So that is still on my list of things to see, just haven't seen it yet. Then the next one in the next section was Spy. That one just kind of slipped by me. Had a lot of other things going on, was seeing a lot of other movies, and just didn't get around to that one. And then, again, I'm thinking these are all still somewhere around October, because the next one on the list is The Gallows, which I almost positive that was a October movie. That one was followed by Vacation, which, honestly, I was going to see, but I just had no desire to see this. It was on my list of go see it, go see it, go see it, and every time I'm like, oh, I could go see Vacation today, I'd rather do something else. And it's just, I wanted to see it just because I love the Vacation films, but from the previews of this one, it made it seem so unnecessary and so repetitively boring that I kept subconsciously putting it off, even though I knew what I was doing. I'll probably still check it out at some point, but I just couldn't justify paying money for it, even if it was discount day. So yeah, that was that. Okay, and the next one's up on the list I pretty much didn't get around to because they weren't playing at this theater, and at the time I was having issues with my car and couldn't drive down to the other theater to see them. But I had planned on seeing them, and that is The Man from U.N.C.L.E. Really a big fan of the TV show. I've watched it a couple times but don't really remember much about it. But I saw the preview for it. It looked pretty awesome, even if you didn't follow the series, so I was going to go see that. But like I said, I was playing clear across town at the other theater, and that was when I was having some car issues. That also falls into line with the next movie, which was Straight Outta Compton. But then again, I kind of lived through the whole NWA thing, so do I really need to see it on screen? No, but I heard it was pretty good, so I'll probably still check it out at some point. But, that's one that I was kind of on the fence about seeing. And it was like, if I've seen everything else, then I'll go see it. But I just ended up missing it because, like I said, it was clear across town. The next one, which was actually playing here at my theater, but I just didn't get around to seeing because other things kept coming up, was American Ultra. This was actually going to be when I fully jumped headlong back into seeing movies. This is where it was starting, and for some reason I just couldn't make it to this one. Like, the time was weird because the showing that they only had like 2 or 3 showings, and they were all late in the afternoon, so by the time I'd get out of work, I'd have to wait several hours to go see it, and then it would be cutting into like the time that I would normally be sleeping, and then the other one would like run into the time I'm supposed to be working. And even on my days off, like, the times were just weird to where there was just other things going on and I couldn't see it. So really the timing on that one is really why I missed it, but other than that, I had planned on seeing it. I'll probably still get around to it eventually, but as of now I haven't. Then 2 movies that I don't think opened here. I'm not even sure they opened across town because I didn't see them on any of the movie listings. The first one was Black Mass, which we had previews playing, like on the marquee outside of our theater. They show like previews for upcoming movies, and they had Black Mass playing on there, but for some reason we just never got it at this theater. And like checking back to the other theaters, I don't remember it being on theirs either, unless it was just like one of those in and out so quick movies that I just didn't get around to seeing it. The other one was The Walk, which I guess was only playing here in IMAX, and there's not really a local IMAX theater, at least not that I know of, but that was how it was listed, was only showing in IMAX, which I don't know why. It seems like if it's in IMAX, you should be able to have like a normal 3D screen of it too. Okay, and that's another line where we would start another month. And the next one was originally where this list ended, but I just added a couple things onto the end of this that I just realized that I didn't see on the Wikipedia list. So what was originally the final one on this list, which is where this would have ended, was Jem and the Holograms. Now, I wanted to see this one completely out of spite. I was like, I have to go see this just to see how bad it's going to be, because I know it was meant as a girls show, but I watched Jem and the Holograms when I was a kid, and I liked it. I've added it to my Netflix queue. I'm like almost through season 1 out of the 3 seasons, and my idea was I was going to burn through and watch all 3 seasons of it before going to see this movie. Some stuff came up to where I didn't get around to finishing past season 1. I was like, you know what, screw it. I remembered enough of the backstory of Jem from the first season. I can go in and see this movie comfortably and like know what fits and what doesn't. This movie was in and out of our theater in less than a week. Like, it opened, I was like, okay, I'm gonna go see it tomorrow on my day off, and then like it was gone. So yeah, it was literally here for like a week and then got pulled. And I heard like whoever produced it, Sony or whatever, pulled it like nationally from a lot of theaters. It was randomly dropped. So I didn't get around to seeing that one, unfortunately. And then that was the end of the list. And then I added a couple that I was going to see, but weren't listed on the Wikipedia list of movies that came out for 2015. First one being Attack on Titan. I was going to go see this, but the only showing our theater had of it, it was one showing, one night only, and it happened to be the same night a Riff Tracks was playing, and normally Riff Tracks will have a repeat performance, and usually we get both of the performances, the original and the repeat, and I was like, well, I can go see Attack on Titan and then go see the repeat. So I checked the dates, and it turned out the repeat wasn't playing here, so if I was going to go see the Riff Tracks, I would have had to have seen it that night and miss Attack on Titan, which I might have posted, or I might have mentioned in the video for whatever Riff Tracks that was. If not, I posted it on Twitter that I was conflicted over which one to see. So yeah, that's why I missed Attack on Titan, because we never got a solid run of it other than the one night only showing. And the other one I was planning to see, but it was another one that was in and out rather quick, just like Jem and the Holograms, was Dragon Ball Resurrection F. Not sure why that one came and went so quick, if that was only supposed to be a limited thing, but like my friend was, like the guy I work with who's into Dragon Ball, he was like, oh, did you go see Resurrection F? And I was like, no, not yet, I'm probably going to go see it this weekend. And then it was like gone. So yeah, it was there for a short time, and then that was it. So it wasn't like a one night only showing like Attack on Titan. I know that. And the only other thing I can really add to this list for this year is Concussion. which just opened on Christmas, and like I said, I was going to go see it, but I have to do a cutoff somewhere, so that's it. I might squeeze Concussion into January reviews for 2016, but technically it's a 2015 movie. If you're saying, well, you said the same thing about Hateful Eight, the only reason I'm pushing Hateful Eight onto the new list is because it comes out on New Year's Eve. And it was originally supposed to come out on January 8th and got moved up twice because it went from January 8th to January 1st to December 31st. So I'm still considering that one a next year movie, where this one is technically a 2015 movie that I just didn't get around to seeing in 2015. So that's the end of the list. Not sure how long it is. I might split this up into 2 parts. Not sure how that's going to play out. But yeah, that is everything I missed in the theater for 2015. And we will be back shortly for my bottom of 2015 list. So until then, again, as always, thanks for watching. Remember to like, comment, rate, subscribe, and we will see you in the next video.